Good evening, my name is Garrett, and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is from Sweetens Cove. This is a 55.35% ABV, no age statement, Kennessee whiskey. Yeah, you heard me right. I didn't make up that word. So this is an interesting idea. Surprisingly, this is kind of a celebrity bottle. There's a lot of people involved on this one. The Manning brothers are a big name that goes with it. But they did bring on a master distiller. And they originally released a bottle, I think it was a couple years ago. And it didn't get the biggest hype behind it. It was like a 13-year-old whiskey and came with it a pretty hefty price tag, if I remember reading right. But this one is a new bottle coming out at a much reasonable price point. And they blended Kentucky and Tennessee whiskey together, and then they finished it in toasted sugar maple wood. Really curious. I can't say I've had one that has been specifically done that way. So, as always, we'll be trying it two different ways. First way, neat, no ice, no water. Second way, we'll add a drop of water, see what changes up. And this just started showing up. I found a couple bottles at my local Meijer, of all places. I give Meijer huge props because they do a phenomenal work on getting some bottles in my areas. I'm trying not to. There we go. That's what happens when you don't have fingernails. I love their cork top here. Their cork top looks just badass. And being that they're not going in at that low proof, I mean, we're going at 55%. That is a cork. Holy crap. Huh. To share, volunteer. Volunteer to share. I read it in the wrong order. But yeah, I was one of those bottles I seen on a shelf. I'm like, all right, what's this weird thing? And started doing research, and I was like, okay. And the whole concept, I guess, came out on the golf course there at Sweetens Cove, which is down in Kentucky. And yeah, everybody was just hanging out playing golf. And came up with the idea. Love its color. Very golden, very caramelized color in there. Again, going at 55%, that's a pretty hefty percentage to try to be celebrity branded and going into the market. So, let's go for notes. Smells like Kentucky whiskey. It really is very simple on the nose. A little bit of a cherry sweetness, almost a little bit of cinnamon, like a dry cinnamon. Yeah, there's a dry cinnamon in there. I like that. No real ABV, maybe just a pinch, but it's not offensive. A little sweet. Definitely got that bit of that sugar concept going on here. You do get a bit of that maple. But it's got a nice spice to it as well. Definitely got like a dry cinnamon going on. Bit of cherry. And a little bit of an orange in there too. But you still get that bit of caramel, bit of vanilla, a little bit of oak. But the oak is very, very mellow, at least on the nose here. But you definitely get a nice spice and fruit. I can't criticize the nose yet. It's pretty decent. All right, let's go for taste. Yeah. Ooh. Doesn't drink like a 55. Does that say 55? 55.35. That does not drink like a 55%. It's easy. Really no ABV on the taste. Very simple though. But that's not bad. I was expecting to have to acclimate to the 55, so I really didn't think about what I was tasting. I was kind of like, all right, let's get the high proof out of the way first and come back. But, okay. Cherry. A bit of a an orange zest going on there. The mid here is, it's a very short finish. The mid, you get a bit of that toasted quality going on. Little bit of spice. A little bit of that oak in there. It's not complex. This is a drive-by whiskey. It's very simple. Bit of that cherry. It kind of reminds me almost like a Maker's Mark quality to it, but not quite as sweet as Maker's Mark on their cherry. But you get the bit of the cherry, bit of orange, that nice simple spice in there. I get definitely the cinnamon comes through a little bit, not a lot, not as much as the nose. The cinnamon comes through, a little bit of like a nutmeg quality in there, and then you kind of shifts gears into a more simple, just common spice. Then goes into just those kind of oak, and just kind of just lingers off there. Yeah, I mean that is an easy drinker. I really don't got anything bad to say about that. And I'm going to assume that the simpleness to it is from the Tennessee whiskey blended in. Tennessee whiskey, been the charcoal filter process and going real easy on their flavors. That also might be bringing out some of that maple quality for the nose as well. I didn't think about that. That's not half bad. After reading how the first one hit people, a lot of people didn't care for it. I was expecting this one to kind of go very blah. Especially going down in age statement. You're moving away from that. You're moving away and doing some blending with it. But that's not bad. Okay. See what a little water does. Okay, let's go for notes. Sweetness comes up quite a bit. You're getting a nice, almost candied quality in there. Not sugary, but candied quality. Yeah. Not quite brown sugar? Not quite brown sugar, though. No. And the fruit quality almost goes like, it starts teetering into apple territory. Away from the orange, a little more apple, almost green apple tartness. Yeah. You still get all the spice characteristics here. You don't get much of the spice characteristics. Very simple. Still no ABV on the nose either, though. A little bit of oak. There's something else in there. Maybe a little bit of maple. You get a little bit of that toasted maple quality going on there. It's not very apparent, but it might be there. Okay, let's go for taste. Okay. That goes down just about as easy. It's a little more sharp with the ABV on the taste, but really it's not bad at all. The apple sweetness, I'm definitely getting more of that Granny Smith apple tartness in the taste. A little bit of spice, a little bit of oak, a little bit of caramel here. And then here near the end, it kind of that sweetness changes gears into the candied sweetness with green apple, and maybe it's I'd say take a green apple Jolly Rancher and dial its sweetness back about halfway. That's what that is. Got a good mouthfeel to it still. Again, no real ABV on the taste. That is an easy drinker. It's not super complex, but I think what the flavors it's bringing across isn't too shabby. Yeah, I'm getting that green apple tartness almost all the time now. I kind of like it. Damn it. I was one to sit here and I was expecting to tear it apart. All right. Let's talk about market pricing because we all know market price is market price and it's always going to vary. I started finding this only at one store so far, and that was at Meijer here in the Midwest. They had it marked, I think it was normally like $46, and they put it down to $44 on sale. Yeah, okay. I mean, I think it probably lives close to that $40 price range, but $44 is not bad. I think MSRP on, I've seen some websites saying it's like $60. I don't think it's worth $60. I think what they're doing here is good. I never tried their 13-year age-dated one, so I can't compare it to that. But for $40, I think it's an easy drinker. It's got some nice common flavors from both sides of that fence that I think that no matter which one you land on, it's probably going to be an easy drinker. I love the high proof. Going at 55%, thumbs up on that. They could have phoned us in and went 40 and tried to charge it that way. And I think that's one reason I'm willing to give it a slight pass on the pricing. You know, it's not 40%. It's not even 44. We're going 55. I mean, heck, that's, you know, I'm a big Maker's Mark fan. So that comes in at 45%. Another 10% on top of that? Yeah, I think that's about where it needs to be. And will I pick up another bottle when this one's empty? Maybe. I'm very curious to see their future. I think that they're on the right path to something, and I want to see more things like that happen, like more interesting blends. And again, I think that the process of doing the toasted maple, thumbs up on that too. So overall, I'd say pretty solid. Not too bad, especially for $44. So yeah, there you have it. Sweetens Cove Kennessee whiskey. I hate saying that. If you have any questions about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirits I should go looking for, let me know down in the comment section below. I'm always on the hunt for something unique and fun to share with you. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.